I'm not sure that we want to go down this road of language policing, because I think some Republicans would have a problem with that too. But Tim, I mean, I know Democrats fervently believe that Trump is using a fascist playbook, but should they stop using that word?
I think that Democrats and Republicans both have to stop using apocalyptic language. When you use apocalyptic language, you're basically saying if the other side wins, it's over. It's all over, people. In other words, you're saying the stakes are so high, you should contemplate the kind of actions that we don't want people to contemplate. So I think the language, the apocalyptic language should just stop. If you find, and I have seen it myself, elements of authoritarianism and of the authoritarian approach to government, which seem to emanate from the current White House, I think, as long as you can point to it and explain what you mean, I think, as an analyst, you are responsible to say that.
So he's a fascist.
I did not. No, I did not.
That's what you're basically saying.
Lance, excuse me. No. On this one, I'm sorry, Lance. Somebody whose family, my father survived a pogrom in Bucharest in World War II. I am very, very careful about how I use the term Nazism. Authoritarianism is something that can exist outside of the genocidal work of the Nazis. It is perfectly appropriate as an analyst to talk about authoritarian regimes. These are regimes that speak of elections in a way that suggests they don't really want them to happen, or that the ones that go the wrong way were actually flawed. There are certain things we associate, but I am not pleased, Lance, today of all days. Let us not worry about what people have called one side. Let's worry what people have said about both. No, because otherwise, let's talk about Melissa Hortman. No, it's not both sides.
Lance, the other side of the coin, I asked him the pointed question about fascism. You know, Trump and Republicans have accused Democrats of being socialists and communists. Will that stop? Should that stop?
Okay. Socialism versus calling somebody a Nazi. There is a we have a guy running for mayor who is a socialist in this town.
Hold on a second. I asked him about the word fascist, okay? I'm asking you about the use of the language communist and socialist, which many Republicans use together. Now, some people are socialist, yes, but most Democrats are not, including some Democrats who have been called that. So should that stop too?
Generally speaking, I agree with you that the apocalyptic language should end. If you're
is
talking
that a
to
no or a yes?
Well, I'm saying that if you're a socialist, you should be called a socialist. But
right, but Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a Democrat. Is he a socialist?
I mean, he governed like one, that's for sure.
Okay,
Listen.
This is a charged topic, but I think that the intellectual exercise of really going down the road of what it looks like to start saying, well, you can't use this language, you can't use that language. I think we actually have to go down that road at some point as a country to really understand what we're saying here. And if we're only going to apply those rules to one side, that doesn't work. You have to apply it throughout the political system, and nobody's wanting to do that yet. But at some point, we're going to have to do it. So it won't be resolved at this table today. But I think it's a thought for all of us to take with us as we go into this next week. Next for us, 2 international incidents put 2 regions on the brink and Donald Trump in the middle. But instead of the strong stances, the president is acting like a bystander in all of this. We'll be right back.